Gunshots, 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 gunshots. Larry Hoover, the man on the screen behind me. Calm down, y'all. The man on the screen behind me, Larry Hoover, can get out as soon as October 2024. He had a hearing a couple of days ago, and they postponed it to next month. What he's back in court for what they call in the state a mercy bid, but in the feds, it's called a compassionate release. That shows that you've been rehabilitated, which is really like self-rehabilitated, because no one mandates you to take programs in prison. You take them on your own. So today you're going to learn about Larry Hoover from Unique Mecca Audio. I was with him in ADX back in like 97, 98, 99, and 96, I think. But anyway, I got my Hoover stories I ain't even tell yet. So big round of applause to the GDs and Chicago in general. And most definitely to Larry Hoover. All right, sit back. If you subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you not subscribe and hit the notification bell. And Larry Hoover and I both say, let me let you see him. It's a must. Hit that like button. Let's get this thing popping. All right. All right, so now, Unique Mecca Audio here. We're going to introduce you to Larry Hoover, tell you what's going on with him. I don't know how long I'll make this video because it's like how I feel, you know what I mean? But let's get this thing popping, man, all right? This is about his hearing news report. Let's go. All right, you rat bastards that don't like me stopping in between the progress, get out of here. And let the people that want to learn. Now, compassionate release is what I was released on. That's what Guy Fisher was released on. That's what William Underwood was released on. Many of us was released under the compassionate release. Compassionate release came out during the Trump administration, where a lot of us old gangsters that got locked up from back in the day, when they gave us what they call draconian time. Draconian time meaning time outside this specisphere, you know what I mean, for nonviolent crimes. So now, Larry Hoover himself have never killed anyone. He was accused of ordering a hit on someone, but he spent approximately about 50 years in prison. Y'all correct me in the comments. I like to give y'all something to talk about in the comments. He was locked up approximately 50 years for starting the GDs. Now, I'm going to have some youngins speak on what it would be like if Larry Hoover was to be released in this program. But I just wanted to tell you what the compassionate release is. That's when if you could show that you've been self-rehabilitated, you could go back to your judge and your judge have the authority to release you, not the prosecutor. But it's the other way around, like what you're seeing in the YSL Woody trial, YSL Young Thug trial, the Diddy trial getting ready to come up, the one we just saw on Young Dolph. The prosecutor runs those courtrooms, because they're the ones that dictate and mandate the time, period. So that's where that's at. But now, the compassionate release, because in other words, the power is taken out of the judge's hands because they have what they call mandatory minimum and a guideline scale. So if you fall within the mandatory minimum, let's say they say if you rob 2 banks, you get 15 years. And if you rob 3 banks, you get 25 years. The judge can't look at your record and sentence you individually as an individual that this is your first time and you was just the getaway driver. No, it's a mandatory minimum. If you rob 3 banks, you get 25 years. The judge don't have a say. That's why the prosecutor run the courtroom. Then the sliding scale in the drug scale is if you get caught with 330 kilos of crack cocaine like I did, that's mandatory life sentence. So that's why I knew when I was going in front of the judge not to go up there begging and groveling and, apologizing and all of that crap. You know what I mean? Because at the time it was nothing to apologize for. But today at 60 years old, I can honestly say I apologize for poisoning my community. And that's why I'm trying to give these services back to my community. Now, so you understand that. The guideline says if you got 5 keys, you get 30 years. You know what I mean? It don't matter if your first time, if you had 5 keys, you get 30 years. But now with the compassionate release, it's up to the judge where he get a chance to finally do the work of a judge and look at each individual and their past history and their accomplishments over the years that they've been incarcerated, and then the judge decide if he want to release you. When I last left Larry Hoover in ADX, I got out of there like May 20th. Yeah, I remember dates. Like May 20th, 1999, I got up out of ADX, right? When I left out of there, I had like maybe 64 program awards and certificates. Larry Hoover been in there since then, so I know he got well over 100, 200 certificates that he could show, because they continuously show these programs on the TV in the cell, you know, that you could take programs, get awards, get certificates. You get nothing for them in jail, but you could do it just to further your education and better yourself. And that's why they call it self-rehabilitated. Now, Larry Hoover have taken advantage of that, and he took all of those things and he brought them to his judge, and he's asking for release. Let's ride. I ain't hit the wheels on you in a minute. Let's ride. Now, same thing with me. I had over 150 program award certificates. I became a certified electrician, certified plumber, certified HVAC and refrigeration, certified mechanic, certified culinary arts cook, you know, and had my culinary arts degree, right? And my surf safe, right? Got all that from in the prison, and 3,500 hours of psychological training. So what I did was I sent all that back to the judge, asking for a compassionate release, saying this is what I've done over the years on my own, and put them in a big priority box. You know what I mean? And I sent it to the judge. And when I got sentenced, I said to the judge, when he asked me if I had anything to speak, that's when you're supposed to grovel, beg, and apologize. Nothing to apologize for, because I didn't see nothing wrong with what I was doing at that time, and I refused to lie. So I just asked the judge, man, send me someplace I can further my education, so something come down the plane later on, I could get up out of here, go home, be a better father to my family members, and a better citizen to society. The prosecutor called me scumbag and everything else, told me I'm going to die in prison, and if they let me out 30 years from now, they'll probably have spaceships, and I'll figure out a way to steal a spaceship. You know what I mean? It's the type of foolery that they deal with when you go in there. So they gave me the life sentence. All right, bang me out. But now for me asking to send somewhere else, the judge said on the record, I wish I could do something for you, but there's nothing I could do for you unless you become a rat bastard, you know? What he said was, snitch. And I know you're not under the no snitching code. You know, that was the judge's words. Look it up in my transcript for you rat bastards. You know what I mean? Because you look for everything to complain that everybody's like you, quick to surrender. Everybody don't surrender, my brother. That's why Young Thug sitting here going to trial. So don't think everybody surrender. That's why Justin, what his name was, I don't even want to disrespect. I don't remember his last name, the guy from the Young Dolph trial. Rest in peace to Young Dolph and Big Joke. But you know what I mean? Young Justin, he said, I'm going to take mines on the chin like a man. His co-defendants went out, the back door, But if you make an oath to the street, that's what it is. If you make an oath to school, that's what it is. That's why I'm telling you to make the oath to school. Don't make it to the street, because even while you're sitting there watching your comrades sit on the stand and tell all these fantastic lies about you, you know they lies, but you can't get up and say that's a lie and then decide to tell the truth what really happened. It don't happen like that. When you're in the street, you got to suck it up. I sat there, right? Let's ride. I'm in a good mood today, so we're going to ride. We're going to get back to Larry Hoover in a minute for you rat bastards. But check it out, Rock. Now, I sat there at my trial. A witness went on a stand and started telling some stories about me that was so fantastic. I'm sitting there listening, and I don't remember none of this. I start scratching my head. What the hell is going on? Did I miss something? But that's how good his lie was. But that's what happened when you're in the feds. That's what happened when you're in the streets of the state, period. And I'm trying to prevent you from going down that road. So that's where we at. You understand what I'm saying? I sat there, and these dudes get on the stand, say whatever they want to say to get alcohol. They worrying about themselves, and you can't say nothing back because the code is you don't cooperate. So you got to let the lies go and then fight it on appeal. Are you willing to do that? Let me look at my subscribers. Are y'all willing to do that? Sit there and listen to a man tell all these lies on you, knowing you're going to get convicted, knowing you're going to get life in jail, and you suck it up and take it on the chin because that's the code of the street. Anyone that feels that that's a stupid code, you're on the right path to becoming a citizen. And we love you for that because that's what make a safe society. I didn't make a safe society, so they locked me away from society as they rightfully should. And anyone else that breaks the laws of society and violate and preys on the citizens of our community. And I'm man enough to say it. I screwed up. But I'm trying to prevent you from screwing up. Now, let me explain that to you about why they said that if he was sentenced today, he would receive the same mandatory life sentence. Because in the feds under the compassionate release, you have to show that you have gotten one of those key words that I said. That's why I dropped it earlier. Draconian sentences. Remember that word, draconian. That means a crazy sentence. You understand? So now that's where we at. So they saying that you have to show that if you were sentenced today, that you would have got less sentence. So the prosecutors say, no, he would have gotten the same sentence today for the crimes he did then, and he shouldn't be released because this is what society asks for today. It's not like the laws change over the years and he would have gotten less time. And that's what the prosecutor argued, but they always argue that. And that's why we love and give Donald Trump a round of applause, even though y'all gonna hate it. We got to give it what it is. Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. We got to give Donald Trump a round of applause because he's the one that signed this into fruition for us old gangsters to rehabilitate ourselves and show it and get out. Donald Trump did that. Not telling you who to vote for, not telling you what to vote. I'm just letting you know what he did. No other president have ever done that. Donald Trump have let out probably about 3 times more people than our first black president, Barack Obama. You know, just so y'all can have it for the record. You understand? So that's where we at. Let me finish playing this tape. But they're saying that if his sentence would have been the same today as it was when he got sentenced 50 years ago, he's supposed to stay in jail. But it's strictly up to the judge. And my prediction, right? This is my prediction, right? He's been denied so many times, right? But this is my prediction. My prediction is he gonna get this one. Larry Hoover gonna get this one. I was there when Matula Shakur was diagnosed with cancer. He called me to the yard in Victorville, California, and told me to continue to fight. That right now, something was in him, and he wanted to make sure his soldiers continue to fight. And we was both serving life sentences, and then we both came home. See how beautiful this is? Give a round of applause. Give that a round of applause. Give that a round of applause. Give that a round of applause. Let me get back to this drunk. I'm about to get emotional thinking about rest in peace to Dr. Shakur, man. All right, so that's where we at, right? Let me go over here. Now, I created this little joint, and I want to give y'all a round of applause for your donations to the Cash App. All that is what helped me to create this system. I edited these pictures. Calm down, y'all. Please calm down and let me do my show. Thank you. I edited these pictures and put this free Larry Hoover joint together myself so y'all can see Larry Hoover and see where your money has been going. Cash App on the screen. I don't care if it's $5, $10, or whatever. Make sure you hit the icon that says it was created in 2020. It must say it was created in 2020. All right. Now, so we got that done. What I want to do now is I want to show you a joint that I found. Hold up. Show you a joint that I found, right? On a young boy right here. Hold on.
The first line is Trump should have freed Larry. What's wrong with dude? And, and I actually reached out to Larry Hoover Jr. and I'm like, hey, is it at all possible to set up an interview with your dad? I don't even have to do it. You could do it yourself. We could work on questions together and I'll put it out through my platform. And he said they're not going to let him do interviews. He's in maximum security right now. They're not going to let him do any of that.
See, when you're in maximum security prison, even if you're in a maximum security USP, because I was a high max in what they call a USP, and I was a max in ADX. When you're in these prisons, they don't allow you to, do interviews and things like that because they're trying to silence you from having a voice to the world because the federal prison, when you become a high max, that means that you're very influential on the street. Ruger, right? Ruger, on what would happen if Larry Hoover got out of prison, GDs and BDs united in jail, but when they get back on the street, they go back to warring. But check this out. I spoke on that in the FBG Duck video that I did. Please go back and watch the FBG Duck video. And the other videos that I've done, is a lot of jewels in them, man, to better your life and shape you into an excellent person.
It's more so it's all depending on what angle he would be aiming for. If he came home on that, I don't think he'd be on that type of time. You feel me? He done did so much time. At this point, he just want to be with his family. You feel me? And be a normal person. Fuck that gang shit. It ain't about nothing. And I don't think nothing gonna really change as much. Cause like I say, it's not no structure, bro. It's not. It used to be structure. Older people getting on these young niggas' ass, like making sure niggas go to school. This wasn't always about GD and B. All these gangs wasn't for to beef with to get a nice amount of niggas so we can war with these niggas. No, it wasn't about that, bro. GD was to bring everybody together, bring blacks together, and Larry was trying to do like build communities and help blacks and everybody come together and do the right thing. You feel me? When the fucked up, he got fucked up. You know why he got fucked up? Because he fucked up. You feel me? Because he did wrong. They wasn't fucking up for nothing. It's more so like it was more so a positive thing. The world just made it a bad thing because the blacks was finally coming together and was finally creating an organization to where we could come together and be smart and started, seeing what it really was. Because I look at it like if you can have Masons or you can have Muslims, you can have police, all them is gangs, them organizations that they came together with. What's wrong with a person coming together, bringing people together? The problem was he was black.
Because GD stands for gangster disciple, but there's also, what's the other term that the GD I see people use? Growth and development. There you go. There you go. And that seems to be the thing that I'm seeing pushed more these days.
Exactly. That's what it was always about, growth and development, bro. Everybody learning from the next man and helping each other. Like when you go to jail, bro, like they really stick together, bro. Niggas say what they want to say, bro. All this GD, BD shit. When you go to jail, it's GDs and BDs together. They not having that shit. You gonna get your ass beat trying to fuck a BD trying to beef with a GD. Because deep down inside, the GDs and BDs is under the same nation. The 6-point star. Under the same. Right. But this the thing. Like, I go to jail, they handle you like soap. Here go package. Some snacks.
Care package.
All GD, they gonna stick together. That's with the Moes, with the Vice Lord. That's with any type of gang in jail, bro. But what kills me is they only do it in jail.
See, and that's the point I was making, right? In the FBG video, FBG Duck video that I did, right? I was in the federal system with GDs and BDs and, Black Gorilla Family, and they all got along and stuck together. Even the ones that didn't like each other stuck together. They didn't like each other, but they stuck together. Like, let me ride and give you one. I feel like riding right now. I feel like riding, Now, when I was in Coleman, Florida, there was a dude from D.C. I'm even going to say his name because y'all from D.C., y'all know him, right? It was a dude from D.C. named Barnhart, right? Barnhart couldn't stand me as far as he could see me. He used to always tell me, Unique, you too fly, flamboyant, arrogant, you think you the shit, and you think you better than everybody. This is what the dude told me in my face. How could you get mad when a man tell you how he feels? You understand what I'm saying? So I just looked at him, I said, and, he said, that's the shit I'm talking about. I said, man, stop the bullshit. And I kept it moving. But when I got in the situation, right? I never run to nobody when I got in a situation, first of all. Men move as men do accordingly, how you know their heart tells them to move. We're going to even use that, but it's another word I wanted to use. But anyway, I got in a situation, and dude came to me. I was getting ready to go out the unit, get ready to go put my work in, handle my business. I go back, you know what I mean? I'm walking, get ready to go out the metal detector, and he said, "Yo, Unique, let me holler at you." So I go up in there, because whatever happened to jail, everybody know. So I go over there, holler at him, and we stand up in the back of the tier. And he said, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. He said, "I don't like you." I'm already pissed now because I'm ready to go put work. He got a knife on me and everything. And the man looking at me, telling me, "I don't like you. You're too arrogant. You know what I mean? You think you better than everybody else. You got a nasty, slick mouth. You know what I mean? And you're borderline disrespectful. And I can't stand you far as I can see you." And right there, when I was about to reach, he said these words, "But I love you for the sake of Allah." He said, "You ain't shit, don't like you, can't stand you. You think you all that. You think you're better than everybody. But I love you for the sake of Allah." And I sat there and I looked at him. And he saw the look I had in my eye. And he said, "I respect you and love you as a brother that followed the Sunnah, because you make your own decisions. You don't do what the prison mandate. You've always been your own man since I've known you. So if you feel like doing what you getting ready to do, by all means do it. But think about the consequences to those actions. And do you know in your heart if it's the right thing to do or it's the penitentiary thing to do? And you have to make that decision because you have to live with that. But let me go back to where I began, Unique. I don't like you. I can't stand you. You an arrogant son of a bee. He went in on me. He said, "But I love you for the sake of Allah. Take that with you on your journey." Man, I gotta give him a round of applause. And do you know that if I would have went on the journey down the path that I was going before Brother Barnhart stopped me, that I wouldn't be sitting here in front of you today in this big, beautiful house, cars outside, partying with the homies, chilling with the family, making videos. I wouldn't be doing none of that. But Barnhart is the one that Allah sent as the vessel to reach me, to pull me back from falling victim to the devil's prey. Now, you see this young man talking about how GDs, BDs, and all that, when they go into jail, how they stick together. But then when they out here, they killing each other. Them same dudes that ran down on FBG Duck, you know what I mean? And now they go in the feds. And if there was beef on FBG Duck side, now FBG Duck side, and those same ones that's accused of allegedly killing him, that was convicted, would be protecting the same ones that they're in jail for. They're in. Think about what I'm saying, family. You ain't gonna get better Jews here. That's why the Cash App on the screen. If this don't worth $5, I don't know what to tell you, man. You know what I mean? You keep going down the dark plane of abyss. Make sure you hit that logo. Follow me on Instagram, Unique Mecca Audio, Cash App. Make sure you hit that icon. It says it was created in 2020. But that's my Larry Hoover piece. I'm gonna do a joint later on today. I feel like doing it now. Put that up later on tonight. But I'm gonna tell you who Larry Hoover is. Right? Just to give you a little short synopsis. Larry Hoover is 73 from Jackson, Mississippi. Is a former gangster and the founder of the Chicago street gang, the Gangster Disciples. In 1973, Larry Hoover allegedly ordered a murder and was sentenced to 150 to 200 years in Illinois' prison system. A federal investigator later led to his federal investigation later led to his conviction for running a continual criminal enterprise. That happened while I was in the prison. Where's Hoover at now? Hoover's in ADX in Florence, Colorado, where I was at. Conviction, murder, conspiracy, extortion, continuing to engage in continual criminal enterprise, CCE, the same charge I was sentenced to life plus 20 under. criminal penalty. He got sentenced to 6 life sentences. Where's from the beginning, right? I'm going to save that for later. Been on here long enough. If you want to see me do the rest of the video on who Larry Hoover is, where he's from, tell you about from he was age 13 all the way up to bring it down to give it to you from our side of view, you know what I mean? Put it in the comments. Let's make it happen. And remember, come to Unique Mecca Audio. You hit the notification bell and subscribe and hit the like button. Cop the book of Roaring Harlem right over here on the screen. A Roaring Harlem at the website of roaringharlem.com. And it's on Amazon. 5 stars. All right, let's go.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops. Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be whoring uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we